I would like to deliver my speech in 3, 2, 1. Chemical castration is to reduce the libido and the sex drive. So when someone is a perpetrator of this crime, of pedophile crime, so they just get the chemical castration and just reduce the libido and the sex drive. Just realize that when they are just reducing the libido and the sex drive, so they still have a potential to do the same case in the future, and then as the result, so they still have an intentional, so the case is a repetition, and this repetition something that we don't want happen in Indonesia or in the world. As the opening opposition said, opening opposition just focus on the castration, chemistry castration, and then the opening opposition don't ever explain about a penalty that causes. And then after that, the opening opposition just said that this castration is appropriate to apply in the world, and then this appropriate, and then this is an effective way to reduce the case of the pedophile in the world. And then I take that the data in there are massive cases in Indonesia. In 2020, there are 7,000 cases about a pedophile, and then it decreased from the 2019 until 2020. And then we apply the chemical castration way, but through this we don't get any decreasing of cases. And then after that, I take the data also from the United States of America. So there is potential for 500,000 of children can get a sexual harassment before the 18 years old. When opening opposition said that this is just the solution of this case, but this is not the solution, because I take from the urologian specialist of urology, and then from the urology center said that the chemical castration is too expensive to be applied in Indonesia, and then the chemical castration in one injection it can 70,000 rupiah until 1 million in just one time. And then how about the effectiveness? The effectivity of this is just in 1 until 3 months. So after that, they need to use this again. So this means that we have to do this regularly in the perpetrator life. So it just take a lot of budget. So in this crisis life, the government should save budget to this then to this in this punishment, that in this crisis way, so we can distribute this money to the poor society, to the healthy affair, and to the educational affair. So it can be a better way than just to save money to this punishment. And then this chemical castration is not an effective way to apply in Indonesia by the data. And after that, I take the data again in the United States of America. The chemical castration can decrease 47% to 1993 until 2006, and then from the 2010 until now, this case is still decreasing. Though Indonesia and United States of America, but this punishment is not in that effective. So it proves that the data is Indonesia and always increasing year by year. And then what is the actually goal for the punishment? The punishment is just the only way to reduce the case of the case in the world. And then like this a pedophile case, so the punishment should be reducing the case. And then but what is a chemical castration? The castration is just the act of the vengeance, and then it just hurt of someone, and then because of this guy met. And then when the opposition said this is appropriate to apply, but this is not in a good deterrent effect to someone. So by the data is always decreasing year by year. So just people don't ever be afraid of do this case, because of the punishment is just the castration. So we need the death penalty. The death penalty is the final punishment, that when this punishment apply in the world, especially in Indonesia, it just can save and reducing the cases of pedophile in the world. and because of people is afraid to do this sexual harassment to the children, and this can be effective way. Let me take the example. The teacher of pesantren do a sexual harassment for 20 children, and then this is an immoral thing because the teacher is a Islamic teacher, the religion teacher, but this teacher still do this thing. And then what is the best punishment? So when we do a chemical castration is just reducing the sexuality. How about the victim? The victim need a justice. What is the justice proper to this? And then how about the go to the jail? So when go to the jail, when he back to the jail, so he just still can continue this thing again. So the case is a repetition. So other with a desire never. The penalty death is the best way of the solution of this case, and then and the people desire to do this thing after the penalty death apply it to as a punishment. So people is afraid, people don't wanna do this. And then what is the death penalty benefit? Death penalty benefit can be a deterrent effect. So this can actually reducing the case, and then the people is afraid to do this crime, and then they don't wanna finish their life. There is no one wanna finish their life, and then so maybe people is better to be in a jail forever than they should die. And based on the argument that I have said, I stand that the penalty death is the best way to be solution of this problem because of the castration chemistry is not in that effective way. Thank you.